Hi everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm Jolima. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all safe. And in this video, I want to start a new challenge. And this challenge is you need to pick 5 of your most favorite fragrance notes. And for each note, you need to choose 2 fragrances, one niche and one designer that best represent that specific note. So with that being said, I have here 10 fragrances because in the end it's about 10 fragrances. And for starters, I want to mention oud. I absolutely love oud, and actually early on this channel I uploaded a top 5 best oud fragrances. It was back in 2018, and tell me in the comments down below if you want me to do a top 10 best oud fragrances. And in that video actually I mentioned one of the fragrances that I will mention right now. I'm not sure if I mentioned the designer one, but to start with the designer, in terms of oud, for me this is the best mainstream designer oud. It's from House of Gucci and it is Gucci Intense Oud. This one right here. I think this is a bit harder to find, although it's still available in the online discounters here and there, but I guess it's a bit harder to find. Some people say that this was already discontinued. I don't know about that exactly, but yes, it's a bit harder to find nowadays. Nonetheless, this is still my favorite designer oud. Since the moment this was released, for me this was a winner. This is often compared with Nasomato Black Afgano, and I understand the comparison. They share some similarities, but this one actually it's more versatile. This one it's more appealing, and it's still more transparent. Although it's still dark, it's still very mysterious, very masculine. It's very incensey, balsamic, dry, spicy, woodsy fragrance. It's still appealing. It's very elegant, it's very sophisticated. I absolutely love this fragrance, and the performance is actually really good. I highly doubt that this has real oud in here, highly doubt, but it's a great designer interpretation of oud. Love this one, Gucci Intense Oud. In the niche side of things is from House of RAMON MONEGAL, and it is Soul of Oud. This one right here from the Don't Touch My Oud collection. I absolutely love the bottle presentation of RAMON MONEGAL's fragrances, and especially this bottle from the Don't Touch My Oud collection. Soul of Oud is to this day my favorite oud scent. I was debating between this one or Alcat from Serge, which I've been enjoying so much lately, but this one is a pure oud centered fragrance. Alcat has still a lot of jasmine, which gives that fecal, poopy impression. Here it's all about oud. And it's a pure, natural smelling oud. This is chocolatey, it's sweet, not overly sweet of course. It's sticky, it's resinous, it's very gooey, but it's incredible. This has a hint of incense and a hint of an animalic nuance in here, but it's never fecal, it's never too challenging. That's why I absolutely love this. This is all about oud, man. This is wonderful. I mean, yes, it's the price, it's quite steep. After all, this is a 50 ml bottle size, and the price goes for over 300 euros. So you are paying high price, but you are paying quality, high quality oud like I never smelled before to this day. Stunning oud scent right here from RAMON MONEGAL is Soul of Oud. The next note that I absolutely love, it's amber, and I already did a top 10 best amber fragrances. Also, it was early on, back in 2018 if I'm not mistaken. And this one, it's from the House of HERMÈS in the designer side of things, and it's very hard to find an amber scent in the designer realm, but this one is incredible and definitely the best designer amber scent out there. It is L'Ombre des Merveilles. This one right here, beautiful looking bottle, as you can see, beautiful looking bottle. Actually, I already purchased 2 more fragrances from this collection. I'm so impressed with this line. The Eau de Merveille line is so underrated and so unique, so well crafted. I mean, it's stunning, love it. This one, it's all about amber and has this powdery white floral note. This is so romantic. This is very romantic, very sensual, very unique in my opinion. And this is pure, strictly unisex. And I love this. Man, it's an Hermès, so we are talking about high quality in here. Man, this is fantastic. Always makes me smile every time I smell this. This was actually a blind buy, and what a successful blind buy it was. I purchased this one, it was in December, and I'm very impressed with this amber. It's L'Ambre de Merveille from Hermès. And in the niche side of things, it's from House of PROFUMUM Roma, so no surprise here whatsoever. It is AMBRA AUREA. This one right here. This is still my favorite amber scent ever. This is all about ambergris and amber, labdanum. You have a hint of myrrh in here. You have also a hint of balsamic nuance. Wow, this is intoxicating. This is mesmerizing. So you have the butchery, salty nuance of the ambergris, and then you have this sticky, resinous, gooey impression of the labdanum that recreates the amber. Then you have a hint of a balsamic nuance, like an incensey feel. This is so good. This is intoxicating. This is loud, but it's so cozy at the same time. So warm, so enveloping. I absolutely love this. Ambra Aurea, it has a natural feel. It's quite realistic. I mean, it's so good. This represents all the quality of PROFUMUM Roma, and that's why I absolutely love this house. If you're following this channel for a while, you all know how much I love PROFUMUM Roma. So if you're searching for a true, powerful, but at the same time cozy and warm, enveloping amber, this is the one for you. Ambra Aurea from PROFUMUM Roma. Another note that I absolutely love is rose, but rose for me was not like love at first sniff. I really needed to appreciate rose, because for me, when I first started to diving more to this hobby, rose for me was too feminine and it was too mature for me, so it took me some time to appreciate rose. And actually, I don't know if it was the first rose that I bought. I think it was. The first rose fragrance that I bought, it was from Cartier, and it's still very well known, although now it's not very talked about all that much. But back in the day, back in 2017, I blind bought actually this fragrance that I will mention now. From Cartier. I blind bought it based on Frag Boy Stewie review. He was raving about that fragrance. He was hyping it to the death. He was all about this fragrance. I bought it, I wore it, but I ended up giving to my father because I wasn't feeling a great connection with this fragrance. But my taste changed, my taste evolved, and now I absolutely love rose. But in the end, the fragrance that I want to talk about and that I repurchased, actually, this is my latest fragrance purchase from the House of Cartier. It is Déclaration d'un Soir. This one is the best designer rose out there, or at least one of the best. This one is so good. This is so good. I was not ready for this. So this is all about spices. All about spices. The rose here, it's that full-on velvety rose, but it's quite powdery, a bit soapy. It's quite woodsy. This is very elegant. Yes, it's mature. It has a mature feel, but it's very elegant, very sophisticated, still quite versatile. I mean, this is incredible. I absolutely love this. I love the rose in here. Déclaration d'un Soir from Cartier is borderline masterpiece in my opinion. And you can find this fragrance for an affordable price in the online discounters. And if you're searching for a fantastic, very well crafted rose fragrance, check this one out. And it's quite masculine in my opinion, although it's unisex, yes, but it can lean more into the masculine side of things. So I think this is a stunning rose fragrance if you want to dive into rose. Déclaration d'un Soir from Cartier is a great starter. Now let's talk about the niche fragrance that I have here that perfectly represents rose. This is for me a true masterpiece from the house of Frédéric, and it is Portrait of a Lady. Portrait of a Lady for me is the best rose fragrance ever. This is all about spices. This has cloves, but the rose here, it's full, it's big, it's red, it's velvety. So good, so realistic, and you have also a big dose of patchouli. This could also be featured as a great patchouli scent because it has this green mossy patchouli, but for me the rose, it's what it stands the most. Fantastic scent. I mean, don't get fooled by the name Portrait of a Lady. This is quite a unisex scent and can lean even to the masculine side because of the spices, because of the patchouli. So this is a masterpiece. I absolutely love this. And actually, and sadly, this is my only fragrance from Frédéric Malle, and I really hope to fix that this year. And actually, I will do a video about my fragrance wish list of 2021. But this one, Portrait of a Lady, guys, it's the best rose fragrance out there. It's a bit pricey, yes, but in the quality, it's all here. Portrait of a Lady, it's a stunning rose scent. The next fragrance note that I absolutely love is leather, and I have yet to do a top 10 best leather fragrances. I hope to do it soon, but I have here two fantastic leather fragrances. In the designer side of things, I already talked about this fragrance here and there. It's from the house of Gucci, and it is Gucci Guilty Absolute. And so in this video, this is the second Gucci fragrance. Actually, I'm very surprised of the return of Gucci because Gucci was a bit forgotten in the shelves after Tom Ford left Gucci as a creative director. I'm very happy to see Gucci to rebrand themselves, but I don't know if it's working, and that's for me what it's most concerned. I think this will be discontinued, or at least there are rumors that it will be discontinued. So this one, talking about this fragrance first, this is all about leather. It's a very industrial, very smoky, dry industrial leather. It's not for everyone, not at all. And it was quite surprising for me. Man. But this really represents a perfect designer leather fragrance. This is very masculine, it's very bold. It has that Band-Aid feel, yes it has, but it still represents perfectly leather. But again, it's not for everyone. This has vetiver in the base, it's quite woodsy in the base. This is not for everyone. This could easily be like an 80s type of scent. And I understand that, well, this is not selling all that well, but I'm very surprised that Gucci tried to, you know, just think outside the box and just see if the market would accept this. Unfortunately, I think it's not happening, it's not accepting, but still kudos to Gucci for at least to try. Gucci Guilty Absolute is absolutely fantastic. Great leather scent. Although, even if you love leather, you need to try this one first. I will not suggest you to blind buy this. Even when I first tried this fragrance, I was not very impressed. But again, you just need to try and try again to see if your taste change or not, but it did. Great leather fragrance right here, Gucci Guilty Absolute. Again, it's very industrial, very smoky, very dry, woodsy. Here you don't find any sweetness whatsoever, quite bold and masculine. It's a stunning leather scent if you're searching for a very true masculine fragrance. In the niche side of things, it's from House of RANIA J, and actually this I purchased this month, and again I have a video. I will upload a video about my fragrance haul of this year so far, my first fragrance haul of 2021. This will definitely be featured on that video. So from House of RANIA J is CUIR ANDALOU. CUIR ANDALOU is all about leather, of course, an animalic leather fragrance. It's so good, so good. Again, very realistic. You have castoreum, you have oud in here, you have saffron. This is incredible. Again, not for everyone, but for me, this one is, of course, more smooth than Gucci Guilty Absolute. Gucci Guilty Absolute is very harsh and it can be very piercing. This one, it's smoother, but the leather, it's still challenging. The fragrance itself, it's still challenging. But for me, it's more sensual. I feel that this one is more sexy. It has even... This also has violet, so it has this petrol feel, but like Fahrenheit, I would say, from Dior. If you love that fragrance, I think you will absolutely love this. But the petrol vibe, it's not very intense. What's really intense is really this animalic leather with saffron, with a hint of oud. This is incredible. Very loud and bold in the first hour, but then sits closer to your skin and it leaves this very sensual, very mysterious fragrance. I really love this. This is quickly escalating as one of my favorite leather fragrances from RANIA J, CUIR ANDALOU. And last but definitely not least, another fragrance note that I absolutely love is patchouli. And I already did a video about my top 10 best patchouli fragrances, and here no surprise because this is my top 2. In the designer side of things, it's from House of REMINISCENCE and it is patchouli. This one right here, very affordable. This is a 100 ml bottle size, beautiful bottle presentation. I mean, the price goes between 30 to 40 euros, a brand new 100 ml bottle size like this. And this is all about patchouli, this full cakey, earthy, chocolatey patchouli. It's incredible. I mean, yes, it's linear, but in the end, it's all about patchouli and that high quality patchouli fragrance. Stunning, stunning scent. Great presentation, quite heavy bottle, also heavy cap, I would say, but the scent here, it's fantastic, and I love the color of the liquid. So again, if you love patchouli, if you're searching like a patchouli, like a Jovois psychedelic, try this one. Much more affordable, but the quality, it's still definitely here. Reminiscence Patchouli. And in the niche side of things, no surprise here again, from the House of PROFUMUM ROMA once again, and it's my favorite patchouli scent, and it is of course just patchouli. This is a full-on earthy, cakey, chocolatey patchouli, like from the House of Reminiscence, but this one, and this is incredible. This is very intoxicating. This is louder than Reminiscence. Reminiscence is a bit more reserved. This is loud, more full, more bold, has more body. This also has myrrh, which gives a more resinous nuance. But the type of patchouli that it's used here, it's very similar to the Reminiscence patchouli, this full, cakey, chocolatey patchouli. I love this. This is my favorite patchouli scent from PROFUMUM Roma. Again, very realistic, natural smelling scent, very long lasting, very masculine if you ask me. But again, if you're a woman, if you love patchouli, I mean, this is definitely a must try, to say the least. So from the house of PROFUMUM Roma, patchouli. It's an exquisite patchouli scent, the best in my opinion. I also love Jovois Psychedelic, but unfortunately, I mean, you can't find Jovois Psychedelic here in Portugal, so yeah, that's why I don't have it in my collection. Hope to add that fragrance to my collection anytime soon, but for now, yes, this is incredible. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have a YouTube channel about fragrances, feel free to talk about your most 5 favorite perfume notes, and for each note, tell us the best fragrance that represents that note in the designer and niche sides. So guys, once again, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.